We will now show you how to communicate and access services virtually through room navigation. Okay, so from the start room and the subgroups in the start room, you have access to a lot of the initial breadcrumbs that help you along your journey. Okay, so as you can see, I have Penndot resource rooms from the welcome room, and I will join this group here. And as I join my group access, okay, I automatically am put into this group because it's a public room. And once I enter the Penndot resource room, you will see, as we talked about, that it opens up to our members. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to explain about the room as far as communicating and networking is that first you can communicate with our organizers. This is where when you're in a room and you need to quarantine a question or you want to quarantine something besides the discussions, you can also directly message us for any acute assistance. Please first connect to us. Okay, we can message you because we're administrators, but please connect to us and we will accept your connection or follow us so you can get information that we deliver throughout the site and you can get notifications for that. But make sure you connect to us and then you can message us. Okay, this will send Rudy a direct message. And as you can see, you can format, you can attach photos, you can attach documents, you can attach pictures, emojis, all that good stuff. But what we want to do is to say if you had a specific issue or that you wanted to address and you just wanted to message one of us directly and talk about that issue that's isolated to this room. Okay, so hello, Rudy. And you send the message to your connection and it'll keep track of your message, as you can see. Okay, so if you wanted to go in more detail about your mission, the issue that you have, and you wanted to upload some invoices or things like that you want to be reviewed, you can always attach a document. You can drop your files or click here to upload your documents. Okay. All right. So that is how you would engage one of our organizers or moderators in a room. Okay. All right. So as you see, you can talk to the organizers, you can talk to moderators like myself. We have individuals from Penndot as moderators in the Penndot resource room. And you also have members. Okay, we just spoke with Shane Reed here. And as you seek members, you can communicate and network with them by adding them or communicating with them through the feed. Okay, and everyone that you have here, you can click and see their profile. You can see the amount of ProBucks that they have, their rank in ProRank as far as their progress, which, as you see, Shane, he has been one of our most active members in ProRank Academy. We really thank you for his hard work in this platform and what he's been able to do as a DBE, a shining example of how you can grow and glow as a DBE in this program. Okay, so as you can see all of his information filled out very accurately and correctly, and you have access to his contact information and his website. And this is how you develop, network, and access and develop relationships and cohorts. Okay, by going in the rooms, maybe checking out who you know and who you might not know, connect, you can follow, and you can message. Okay. And as you move through, you would want to have that kind of exposure for your own company and just showing you a great example of how that is done. Okay, so the Penndot resource room is a top level room that gives you access to other rooms that will assist you for Penndot compliance. So let's go to our feed also and show you how you can message and communicate. Okay, now this is a room feed, as I can show you, and you can share something with your group. Okay, as you can see, I can drop something into the feed. I can post an update very quickly. And this will go to every member in this room. Okay, and as you can see, you can get information, okay, that are pertinent to you, that are gems of information that are posted on the site that are relative to this room from the administrator. So you can come here, check out information, questions, discussions, okay? All right, and videos, okay? All right, so this is, as long as you're a member of this room, you will have access to all of the information on this feed. Now, if you scroll up here, we also have something called the activity feed, which we'll go into a little bit more in depth a little bit later. But the activity feed allows you to see everything on the whole entire site based on your room, total overall room access and membership level. So you'll be able to see system-wide things and be able to communicate from the activity feed to the entire platform that you have access to, and also to specific rooms from one place. So you don't have to go to one room, each room individually, and drop messages through this individual room feed. You can use our activity feed to send messages to whatever room you would like. We'll go over that a little bit later when we go into our community searches and networking. Okay? All right. So if I go back to my rooms, I get to center myself again. So if I can go to my group rooms, I'm gonna start home, go to my start room. Or if I ever get lost on the site, you could always click on the start home or the home menu to bring you back to your profile page. Just a quick navigation point right there for you. Okay, so if you ever get twisted around, you can always hit start home or hit home here, okay, to get you back to where your center is. And also here, once you come to your profile, you see you have your profile menu bar. And this is how you can manage specifically your connections and your friends, okay, on the timeline, okay, and who you're following. And you can track all of your discussions that you subscribe to or engage with on the site here in culmination. So as I see my profile, as you see my profile here, I can go to courses and see all of my courses that I'm enrolled in. These are just individual courses, not rooms, okay? And these courses are built based on my room access. I have my documents, which I can store resumes and things like that that are particular to me. I have groups. These are the groups I belong to, okay? As you can see, I have a virtual business suite. I have access to the welcome room, consultants and contractors room, which will go in a little bit more in depth and see how you can engage to get compliance for the mentor protege program. So one of the main things of why we emphasize having a profile picture, a background, and a fully developed profile is exactly for the mentor protege program, because as this program gets utilized, platform gets utilized more and more, especially with the mentor protege program, this information to be direct and full will be very important for mentors to find you as maybe a potential mentee, and for mentees to find you as a mentor if you are in here in that capacity, okay? As you can see, all my connections offer us quick access to our partners and cohorts on the site, and we can message them quickly, easily, and access their information, okay? And you can send messages strictly to your connections. So as I go through the site, you get a request via email, and once those requests are fulfilled, you will they will leave this pending and will go into your connections, okay? You also have a timeline for all of your information that you shared received on the website here. Okay. And you have photos where you can put pictures of accomplishments and things like that here. Okay. And we offer this on a 11 a.m. course every Thursday. Okay. For ProLink Academy, to make sure you can go and get the on-demand information that you need. Okay. So now we're back in the welcome room. Okay. Of course, I'm going to go here from the Penndot resource room again, because this is such an important thing, because you want to go through the Penndot resource room to understand how you can gain access to Penndot related information. So under the subgroups, under the Penndot resource room, now this is a part of your, as you become more adept to working on ProLink Academy, you understand you can access this through your profile room, as we talked about, and everything like that. But our general navigation will go here, this resource room. As we look at our subgroups, it opens to our subgroups here. Okay. And we can go to ECMS Training School. Of course, the mentor protege is here. But I want to talk about qualification and pre-qualification and some of the other options you have to understanding things like Shane talked about, was initiating overhead rate and things like that. So as we go to our training school, we have discussions, documents, and courses. But we want to go up here to our subgroups here, or two sub-rooms that are very important for how you understand Penndot compliance through ECMS. Okay, so we have, under the subgroup, we have ECMS Consultants Room and the ECMS Contractors Room. Okay, I'm going to click on the Contractors Room and show some of the specific things about the Contractors Room. Okay, so comes to our members, you can connect here. First thing I want to do is see that you can have a lot of information here delivered through the feed that is dropped by our administrators for the sake of your contractor and consultant development. Okay, so as these load up, you'll see some of the things that are part of this room in particular. And if you are part of this room, when you go to the at-large activity feed, you'll be able to see these in your activity feed also, along with everything else on the site. But this is isolated to the contractors room here, this feed. So as you see guidance documents, pre-qualification documents here, you can download, click the view. You can download that option, open, and here's your subcontractor qualification application. Okay, this is how you acquire your work class codes that you need. And a mentor protege program, you do conditional provisional pre-qual to assist you to get work codes. So this is important. Okay, and just for information, ProLink Academy members can access ECMS and PRA navigations from the community activity feed starting 1 hour before our meetings for our classes. So you can access these vital information, courses, and discussions that will help you understand the process that much more on top of our courses. Okay, so this is just the power of the feed. Now, when we go into our contractor discussions, this is another major area where the FAQ platform can help you answer questions that you might have before you ask them. Okay, and also if there's questions here that are not covered by what you need, you can always start a new discussion. And your question is your discussion title. Okay, and then you type in your question, add any pertinent information that you might have, notify you of replies via email. Okay, make sure you click that, and then you click post. Okay. So as I do this here, you see, okay, click correct, tag me, okay. Okay, and we can post. And I can tag, say, a moderator, or I can send a direct message. Okay, so here is one of my questions. Okay, and if I get a reply, somebody can reply to me, I can reply. Okay. And that's how you add a question in a discussion. Okay, as you can see, it shows my face here, and I can click subscribe. Okay. All right. So as you can see, it's part of the questions. Okay. So as you see, we do have great information here. What is provisional? What is conditional pre-qualification? Those are all key things to need to know when it comes to the mentor protege program as a contractor. Okay. So now I see that you have documents and you have courses. And this is the last thing I want to show about the contractor's room. And then we can show about the consultant's room, and then we'll get ready for our poll, and we can go to lunch a little bit early. Okay, so under courses, as you can see, that are offered, ECMS for contractors, this talks about pre-qualification. So we have step-by-step courses that takes you through each part of the pre-qualification application, okay, for work codes, for compliance. And then we have using ECMS for contractors with quizzes. And then we have the ECMS bid process, okay? And then we have force accounts, or how to manage change orders in ECMS, okay? So I can just jump back here to the ECMS training school link, okay? Just quick navigation. And we can move over to our subgroups again here. And then I'll go into the consultant room. And show you that the same things apply here, okay? And even from a virtual suite, you can launch a Zoom meeting, or we can launch a Zoom meeting with you. Even if your virtual suites also, if you have a Zoom account for your virtual suite, you can attach that and you can launch meetings from your virtual room. So when you look at management and things like that, especially with the virtual rooms we would go back to, you can customize some of these courses for you in your room for your Penndot compliance, on top of any type of, a lot of the industry specific things that we have here. So we have Penndot ECMS compliance, Penndot ECMS navigation, and we have industry specific information, every level of the labor status we have for you, from the individual all the way up to industry specific best practices. Okay, so here under consultants, we have how to get your consultant qualifications package together, step by step, and how to use ECMS for consultants, and how to get started with your overhead rate submission in ECMS. Okay. All right. And that overhead rate has to be submitted and accepted for you to participate on a Penndot project and to get paid on a Penndot project. So that's to be accepted before you start. It's not required for you to compete, but it is necessary for you to participate.
And let's take this time also to open it up for a little Q&A. If anybody has any Q&A on what we just discussed or anything that we covered to this point, let's talk about it. Let's make it interactive, and you have us here now, so fire away.
Hello, Shane Reed here again, 3N Consulting. I have a firm that would like to mentor me, but they're not a part of ProRank. What do I need to do?
All you have to do is give them the public sign up link, get them signed up, and they should be good to go. Are they a larger, imagine like a prime or normally do larger contract? Would you be like?
Yeah, they just got some prime work on the Turnpike. They have like 1 or 2 contracts with the Penndot. So yeah, they're beginning to be a prime, but they've been a sub majority of their tenure.
Have them come on into ProRank, send them the group room, and then request access to the group room. We'll get them in there. And to that point, if any of you other folks listening are in Shane's boat, please do the same thing. Come to ProRank. We drop the link in the chat. Join that, request access to that room, and also have your potential mentor, do the same thing. Come and join the room. And if you're a mentor, then come join the room and have your potential, protege do the same thing. So, great point, Shane. Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
And something else that I would like to drive home about the mentor protege program is the one thing that we haven't received are numbers, one way or another. How many primes, how many subs, how many consultants, how many contractors. So I would encourage all of you to, try to get to the front of the line. There's going to be some kind of questionnaire or survey. And like I said, when we get more information, we're going to be giving it to you through that room. If you want to go to that room now and go to the document section, we actually have the presentation, the slide deck from Daryl's presentation there available for download now. But like we said, as more information comes to us, we will present it to you through that room. Right now, they're currently waiting for the program to be finalized, I believe, through Federal Highway Administration. So once that happens, things should be moving pretty quickly.
I got another question
for
you. Now, is this different from the DGS mentor protege? Because I went on that website, showed it to my mentor. They signed the paper already. So I have to wait for ProRank to get into their system. Then we'll go through them, not DGS.
No, this is completely different. Do both. Take advantage of both. All right.
Okay.
An opportunity for both. And I would imagine DGS, though their opportunities might be more, towards the vertical opportunities or building, related opportunities. And these will be more civil in nature, I'd imagine, these projects.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Another good question. Anybody else have any questions? And something else that I want to just drive home about the group rooms and those rooms. The difference between my rooms, when you see like a term like my rooms, when Chalo had you into the all group room search versus just all rooms are all of the rooms available to everybody on the site. My rooms are the rooms that you have actually already joined, right? So now they're considered yours. The courses in those rooms are going to be part of your course list, right? The members, you'll have access to. So I just wanted to drive that home. But I think that Chalo's doing an excellent job. We're making good time. And if we don't have any more questions, I'll turn it back over to Chalo.